5 News at 5:30. I'm Cher Calvin.
Then I'm Micah Olma. The pastor and his wife say they peacefully confronted the agents, demanding to know who they were and where they were from.
KTLA's Shelby Nelson joins us live from Downey with more on this breaking story. Shelby?
Sure, Micah, we are learning from a community organization called Union del Barrio that there were two separate incidents at two separate churches here in the city of Downey where this happened. And one of the incidents we're learning more details about happened at Downey Memorial Christian Church. The pastors say that a man who was in their parking lot was surrounded by federal agents.
I was in my office, and my office faces exactly where these men sworn. This gentleman, from what I saw, he had been sitting already in our parking lot. We started confronting them, asking them to identify themselves. They refused to. They kept asking us to step back and telling us that we couldn't be there. This will stand in my mind when we said we don't want this in our property. This gentleman just shouted in the whole country is our property.
I want to emphasize I am a mother, a first-generation daughter of immigrants myself. Who knows if this man was a citizen? They were not letting him answer any question, provide any identification. They surrounded him and started to just get ready to grab him, which is why I could not stand idly by. I had to go ahead and meet the moment with my faith, recognizing that putting myself on the line is what it means to be a person of faith. I have the right to be here. I do not have to listen to you. This is the property of the church. This is Downey Memorial Christian Church, and we are not okay with you being on our property. Yeah, and we're told this happened this afternoon between 12:30 and 12:40 in the parking lot, as you heard, Downey Memorial Christian Church. Watch this video where senior pastor Tanya Lopez says the armed agents were dressed in plain clothes. She asked for their names and badge numbers to make sure that they were legitimate. She says they wouldn't provide that information and told her to stand back. Now, the circumstances surrounding this potential arrest are still unclear. I've reached out to ICE and their spokespeople to see if we could get information and even confirmation on this raid and learn more about whether this person was targeted, if so, who this person was and why they were detained in the first place. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. But it's not entirely clear if these were federal agents because the church administrators say that the vests on these members of law enforcement only said police. Meantime, we also asked Loyola Law professor Jessica Levinson if ICE and or federal agents have the authority to enter churches and places of worship. Here's what she had to say.
Legally speaking, ICE agents can go into the public places of churches, temples, mosques, places of worship. Legally, the important distinction is whether or not you're in a public place or a private place. In a public place, maybe it's the parking lot, maybe it's where you first enter a house of worship, then ICE agents can go and arrest people, and they do not need warrants as long as they have probable cause. In the private areas, maybe where you're giving confession, then you would need, as an ICE agent, a warrant in order to arrest somebody.
Oh, you're from Texas! You came all the way out here from Texas, huh? You should be ashamed of yourself! You should be ashamed of yourself! Now, this is another video from Pastor Lopez, who filmed the unmarked vehicles driving out of the parking lot. Notice they did have out-of-state license plates. The incident comes as protests have continued in downtown LA and across the country over ICE raids, where federal agents have detained illegal immigrants with criminal records and others seemingly without criminal records. Now, activists also tell us that there was another raid at a nearby Catholic church here in the city of Downey. I did reach out to that church. I'm not naming it yet, just to get confirmation that that did in fact happen, but they did not answer their phone call. Now, another interesting fact about this, according to that law professor, she says that before there was really this understanding that